So, so you know that how we can inserting the data and how we can, access some specific records with help of where class and updating and deleting. You got to know that, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now let's continue of things like when you're working with where class. Okay, so we need to know some kind of operators. So we have to we are usually using some kind of operators. Okay, so that that operators, with help of operators only, you can create some kind of conditions and something like that. Okay, now let's talk about and or and not. So basically these three keywords or these three commands are logical operations. Okay, so when you are when we have two conditions, to combining that two conditions, so usually we can use and or, and not it can work on only single condition. Okay, let's go for understanding and or. Okay, so basically and what it can do, it might have the two conditions. Okay, left side and right side. If the both conditions are satisfied, if the both conditions are satisfied or true, then only the resultant condition it could be the true. Okay, if any one of the condition is true, then the resultant condition it could be the true in case of or operate. Okay, this is usually, we already know that in any programming language, when you're having some kind of knowledge in Python or else any other no coding language, when you start learning of yourself, then you might see this kind of operators like and or not. Okay, and so how we can use this and keywords and or keywords in a SQL. Okay, like when I'm using the where, okay, you might need to be combining the multiple conditions like condition one and condition two. Then these two conditions are combining with help of and. So if the condition one and condition two, if both are true, then the resultant condition it could be the true. Okay, like here also we have a condition. So this entire thing it could be like in one condition, and then this thing it could be like a one condition. This way, if and only if all conditions what we have here, if all are true, then only the resultant it could be the true. Okay, but in case of or, okay, in case of or, if any one of the condition is true, the resultant condition it could be the true actually. Okay, okay. So you would like to go for apply the not. So where and not followed with the condition. So we have only one condition actually for not. So if this resultant condition it is true, then output it could be the false. That means not of true, it could be the false. Okay, that way. So here we have some kind of demo table is there, like customer ID, customer name, and contact name, and address, city, and postal code and country. Okay. So with help of this one, what we can do, this is my one of table. This is one real time table. Okay, so which is there in a W3 school backend actually. Okay, like so just read this question and example. The following SQL statement selecting the all the fields. Okay, I would like to go for accessing all the fields from the customer table. Wherever the country, it was Germany. Okay, and the country it could be the Germany, and the city it could be the Berlin. Okay, so if the country and city, okay, if this condition is satisfied, like country it could be the Germany and city it was Berlin. If this condition is true, that corresponding records from the customer table I want to be go for access search. Simply we can use select star from and customer table, that means table name, and then where clause, and so the column name and equal. So actually in SQL for comparison, so you don't need to use two equal symbols. You can use single equal symbol when we are using the where clause. Okay. So which means that country which is equal to the Germany and the city it could be the Berlin. If the conditions where the customers are satisfying this country and city, those customer information I can able to go for access it. Okay. So if I run this one, so you will get to know that we have only one customer. He is from Germany country and Berlin city. Okay. For example, I can remove this one. Let's see what happens. So if I run this SQL, so here from the Germany, this many customers are there. Almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there are 12 customers are there. Okay, from the Germany country. But from the Germany country, I want to know that only the city from the Berlin, that guys only I want it. Okay. Then I can able to go and apply the condition and city is the Berlin, right? Okay. So remove that semicolon. So see, we have only one customer. He is from the Germany country and Berlin city. Clear, right? Okay. Now
Yes, I agree.
go with yes. See, I want to go for accessibly customers either from Berlin city or else and mention city. Okay, like if you run this one, so which means that so either you can able to go for accessing the customers from the Berlin or else this city. So from these two cities, there are two people only there, so that those two customers information I gathered. Okay, clear, right? No. So when we go for the Germany and so either the country it could be the Germany, either the country it could be the Spain. So that specific records of the customers I want to we go for access it. Then that situation we can use the R. Just one second. Right? I hope you understood and or and not right. And coming to that not, so if the country other than Germany, I want to go for access all the customers, then that situation I just go and use the and not country is a Germany. Okay. So you can combining that, and or not in a single statement also. Like, so this from this city, either city it could be the Berlin or München, and this from this one and no country it could be the Germany, so we are going to be accessing the country is Germany and the city it could be either Berlin or else München, so that information only we are able to go for accessing. Okay, like we can combining that and or and not also, that's not a big issue. And see, you can try to solve this no condition like select all the records. If you want to select all the records, so we can use the select to start from customer and where, okay, where the city is Berlin and okay, and the postal code, right? So that we can use the and here and postal code, right? What is the no mm, column name? It's a postal code, right? So copy this one and place here. And the postal code is this one. So if this answer is incorrect, then you will be get that next exercise. This way you can able to solve it from the WC schools as well. Okay, fine. Now, okay. Now, order by. Let's go for understanding the order by. So order by in the sense we can give the data in a ascending format or else descending format. Okay. So that is the use of the order by keyword. So for example, you have a table that you can make it some kind of order. Okay. So by default, it could be like, ascending. So the order keyword sort the record in ascending order by default. And if you want to descending, then we can use the command is DESC. Okay. For ascending ASC. So here we have a demo table and the following statement select all the customers table. And so here when we are ordering, so we are giving some kind of referencing column. Okay. So I'm going to be ordering ordering the countries wise. Like the first thing it could be like, if you are selecting this one, you can see first one is Argentina. Then this way you are making the data in one specific order. Okay. So select start from customer. So you're accessing all the customers. And so we are using order. Whenever I'm using order, it could be something like, giving the data in some kind of ascending format with referencing column. Okay. And so if you want to make the data in a descending format, we can use the DESC. Simply, you can give you the data here, order by country in DESC. Okay. So if you run this one, then you are arranging the data in descending format. Okay. So I hope you understood what exactly the order by, right? Okay. So here, even you can combining the several columns also by ordering the following SQL statement, select all the customers table and sorted by the country wise. And each country, it might have some kind of cities also, right? Okay. Or customer name, right? So first, it could be you the priority is the country. From the country, what are the customers we have it? Those data we can order in. Okay. So we can try this one. So we can combining that, we can use the several columns. We can use several columns. Okay. So as a ordering. So here we have a country. So first one is the country, right? In Argentina, you might have several customers, right? So it will go for the customer's name and it was ordering, customers wise. Okay. So first one, for example, the customer's name, this one I want to give it like, DESC, descending order format. See, first one is Argentina only. Country, it could be the Argentina only. But we have a three customers. But these three customers, I am arranging in a descending order. Okay, clear, right? That is a use of the order by. Any questions, guys, regarding about order by? Okay, so we might, one is
Yeah,
for
no
ascending,
queries.
one is for descending. By default, it is ascending. So you can make it one is ascending, one is descending, or first one is only descending, second one is ascending, or else both are descending. It's up to you. Okay. So you know that what exactly the inserting the data, how we can insert, and the null values in the sense when you're not providing any data, then we can make it data as null. Okay. So whether you're null or not, and I want to go for accessing only null data, okay, that information only I want to be accessed, then we can use that, is null. Okay. And is not null in the sense I would like to go for accessing the some specific columns, the column name which is not having any null data. So here I want to finding the missing data or missing records. I want to find only filtering non missing data. Okay, that is the meaning of these two things. Okay, see, so wherever the address is there, so missing those records, I want to access it. Okay, without missing, I just want to remove that missing data. Okay, then that is a use of is not null. Okay, where address is not null, and when I'm using this one, we are accessing that not null information. Okay, that is the use of this is null or is not null. Okay. Okay. Next one is, that how we can do that update also. Update will help you for setting some kind of data for specific column where the condition is satisfied. So when we are using, if you're not using the condition, then it can set that all the fields, it can affect for all the fields. When I'm mentioning the condition, which things, which records are satisfying this condition, those records only with it can update. And you already know the same, like a delete also will do the same thing. Okay. When I'm using the select top, so if you want to access the top most records or else top 5 records or top 10 records, okay, then usually in a SQL server, we can use the select top number. That means I want access top 10 records. Then we just give that, select to top 10 and you can give that, column names. Okay. So we can access those particular information. See here, select the top three, start from customer. So we are able to go for accessing all the columns from the customer table, just only first three records, just the first three records. Okay. For example, if I mention the 10, it will accessing the top 10 records. Okay. And instead of accessing that, all, I want to go for accessing the customer name. Okay. Customer name and address. Only these two fields I want to be accessed. See, we're accessing only customer name and address, and it could be the top 10 records. And if I mention just 5, then it will go for accessing the top 5 records, and which are customer name and address only. The rest of the columns I don't want it, so that I'm not giving any here. I'm not giving any column names here. Okay. That is the use of the top command. And in some examples, in case of SQL Server, no top. But if you are using the MySQL for accessing the some top records, then we can use the limit. When I mention the limit, then which will give you some limited number of records. Okay. And in Oracle, for example, for the following sentence, so equivalent example of Oracle. If you are working with Oracle database, like I want to go for accessing, first 5 records, then we can fetching first 3 rows only. So this is the command. It can help you for accessing the top 3 records from the Oracle database. Okay, so select the top percentage example, top 50 percentage from the customer table. So that means off of the data, we gonna access it. 26 records we're accessing. Okay.
Anjan, if
Yes.
you don't mind, what I really actually confused the difference between top and first three records, first five records. That one. What was the difference
It's
between that?
different databases, right? Actually, it's a SQL, right? The SQL, it can help you for to connecting the various database servers, right? The relational database servers, right? So usually in our classes, we are
Mm,
working with a SQL server. Okay. But some people,
yeah.
they are using MySQL. If some
Mm,
people use Oracle SQL for same task, different keywords we can
mm,
use. Top 3. So we have to use the top command when we are using the SQL Server or MS Access. Okay. But
correct.
when
Yeah.
we are using MySQL, then we should go for using the limit. If you are
Okay.
using Oracle database or Oracle server, then we can use this kind of commands. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Got you. So
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
top
Yeah.
50 is in the sense we if we have the 1,000 records, if we have the 1,000 records, out of the 1,000 records, we are going to accessing the top 15%, 50% in the sense half of the data we're gonna access it. If I'm giving 20, then 50% of the data from that entire from the data set we can access. Okay, top in the sense called first things, first columns, first records, topmost records. Okay, clear, right? Add a where
Yeah.
clause. So we can add the where clause. So if we add the where clause, then this condition is satisfied. Whatever the thing, if whatever the records are satisfied this condition, from that particular records, we're accessing only top 3. Okay. Even we have a Germany. So we have a various records are there from the Germany. So from the Germany, we are going to accessing only top 5 records. Okay. So if you give it something like order by also, so we can combine, oh shit, we can combine order by, okay. And here I want to order by contact name, contact name. See, first one is A, second one is H, and next one is HE, right? So this is the way you can combining the order by, where class, and top. So what exactly meaning of this statement? So we are accessing the top 3 records from the customer table wherever the country is satisfied with Germany, and I want to be ordering with now sending format of contact name. Okay, that is the meaning of this kind of query. I hope you understood. So just you need to remember, so actually for our lab sessions, we are using Microsoft SQL or else SQL Server or MS Access, so that we need to remember only top command for accessing the top records. Okay, clear, right? Can you please confirm me?
Yes, Sanjay.
You got my point or not?
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me
yeah,
say
yeah,
some kind
clear.
of functions actually, min function, max function. So min function will help you for it is a function, it can return the smallest element from the column. So you would like to go for returning the minimum value from this particular table. So where the condition is satisfied. You know, so is it necessary to mention the where? I think no need. Without no without where also we can use it. So max also could be the same thing, max, and you have to providing the column name. So from that one, what are the things are satisfied, the small things, then that information we can access it. Okay. So let me try some example. Select min price. So we are accessing the minimum price. Okay. And for that particular rate, the result of the min price, we are giving some kind of name that is the smallest price. Okay. From the products. So from the product table, okay, we are accessing the minimum price. Okay. So the smallest price of the all the products from the products table, it's a 2.5. And the column name is smallest price. Okay. That is the use of the min function. Min function, which is returning the number, or else it can be written the smallest element from the specific column. Even max also could be the use it for same purpose. And so here we have some kind of aggregation functions are there, count, average, and sum. So count in the sense I want to find out that how many number of records are there. That is the use of the count. It can be written the single value actually. So average, it could help you for finding the mean value. Okay. So sum in the sense summing of all the numerical. So when you are applying the sum, it could be the numerical type. Okay. Even average also it could be the numerical type. But coming to the counter, it could not be the numeric actually. It could be anything. It just retaining some number of values, right? So number of records. Okay. So here we have some kind of example. So select product, select count of product ID from the product table. That means from the product, how many different products are there. Okay. Every product, it should have a different ID, right? So how many number of products are there, then we can use count function. Okay. Average function in the sense might each and every product, it should have some kind of price, right? I want to find the average price. So here we can give you some kind of with help of the ask command, we can rename it. Okay. Some will help you for finding that some in the sense count of how many how many number of products are there, or how many quantities we have it. Then simply we can use the sum function. Okay. So finally, what I'm trying to tell you guys here, we have some kind of functions are there: min, max, count, average, sum, and or not, equal, not equal to. Okay, like we have like command is there. So when we are working with the like command, it is for regular expression. Okay, so by tomorrow's session, what we can do actually, will I think a lot of information is there. I would like to try to complete that, SQL, but SQL part by tomorrow. Let's do some operators. Here we have plus operator for addition, minus operation for subtraction. This is for multiplication, division, and modulus. Okay. For performing the bitwise operation, we can use ampersand, type symbol, and bitwise XOR operator, we can use the cap symbol. These are the comparison purpose for equal, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to. So less than symbol and greater than symbol. When you combining this one, that means it's a not equal. Actually, this comparison operator, we can use it when you are building some kind of condition. Okay. SQL compound operator. For example, if you want to do that addition, then I want to do that update, then we can use the plus and equal symbols. Here we have some kind of logical operators. All and any between exists in like not or and some. So you have to remember these commands. some command, or command, not command, like command. So it is for matching pattern. So if the pattern is matching, then it can be returns the true. So in the sense, if any one of the element it could be available in the list of things, then we can use the in operator. Okay, and exists in the sense, if the subquery returns one or more records. Okay, for example, you can combining the multiple queries. So if the subquery it can be returns the one or more record, then it can be returns the true. Okay, between the sense you can give some kind of range. If it is between that particular range, it can be returns the true. Any in the sense, if the subquery, if true, if the any subquery values met the condition. Okay, so you might have the multiple conditions or multiple queries. So any one of the subquery it could met the condition, then it could be returns the true. And all in the sense, all subqueries need to be met the condition. That situation we can use the all command. Okay, like we have various operators, SQL operators are there. We can go and find it. So comments in the sense, for example, when you're writing some kind of programs or so I want to comment. So usually, if a line which is starts with the two, this dash lines, then it could be like it is ignoring by the SQL process. Okay, clear, right? Guys, tomorrow what I
Yes,
can do, I would like to go for explaining that joining commands and a group by and a having. So before joining, I just want to talk about having. The reason is that having and where it should have some, um, it should have some meaning is there. Okay. So the having clause is added SQL because where keyword cannot be used for aggregation functions. See, here you might have the count and average and some functions you have it, right? So these situations, when I'm using these functions, okay, for example, I want to find the average price of the each and every product. That situation where it won't work actually, where average price with some value, right? That situation where is it won't work. Okay, it won't work. So for the syntax of the having is select to start from and where and condition, and even you have a group by is there and having and order by. So order by it could be the last thing. So at last it would be the order by every time. Okay. I mean, it's up to your choice for making the data in ordering or not. It's up to you. Okay. Something if you're doing order, so the statement it could be the last. And before after the group by only you might have the having. Okay, so before you understood, we are going to by understanding the having, then we need to go for understanding the group by. What exactly the group by? Okay, see, um so here these are the functions, we can call it as the aggregation functions: count, max, min, sum, and average. These are the functions, we can call it as the aggregation functions. Okay, so I want to finding that in each country there could be some kind of customers, right? How many number of customers are there in each country? Okay, that means I want to group it based on the country wise. Okay, or else I want to finding that maximum salary from the each country, so that even there also group by it could be the country, and you're using the max is aggregation function, right? That situation we can able to go for using the group by. Okay, so group by will help you when you are working with aggregation functions and make it as like one new record. Okay, new table. That situation we can use the group by. So for better thing, you can read this one. The group by statement groups the rows that have the same value into the summary rows, like finding the number of customers in each country. Okay, like let me go with this command: select count customer ID. So you are finding that how many number of customers are there in each country. So here you're going to be displaying the country, and here you're going to be displaying the corresponding number of customers on each country. Okay, and from the customer table, and with help of the group by, so you're taking the country as your group. Okay, so it can be written instead of writing the duplicate countries, it can written only one country actually. Okay, let me try this one. What exactly it is? We can. Okay, so see, count customer ID. So here we can give it different name. Count customer count. customer customer count. Okay. So so first I want to country. It's up to you actually. Okay. So first it could be the country and uh, corresponding number. It could be the number of customers in this particular country. Okay. So by the time we can use the group by. Okay. So when we are using aggregation functions, I want to return the for each thing, I want to return some kind of aggregation value, then we can use the group by. Okay. So when we are using the group by, I want to make it in an order also, like um, in an ascending order. Okay. Order by. So every time order by, it could be order by customer count. Okay. Order by customer count. Ascending order. I want to return the ascending order. Okay. So in Ireland, we have only one customer. In Norway, we have only one customer. Poland, we have only one customer. Likewise, in each country, you might have, some kind of customers are there. So you're making the data in a ascending format. Okay. I hope you understood, right? Group by and order by. So order by order by it could be the last, and group by it could be followed by the order by actually. Okay. And order by count. So here, why this statement and this actually this result and this one, it could be the same only. But here by the time of creating aggregation function, I already mentioned the command column name, right? So instead of using this entire thing, I can use this one. Okay, that's the reason I got this. I got the same result. Okay, descending order. If you want the descending, we can use the DSC. DESC. And now I want to return the top three customers country. Then top three. Then we are returning that. Select top three from Mhm. Fine. Okay. Yeah, fine. So this way you can able to go for returning that, each and every country, how many number of customers are there. You can combining that order by and group by also. Okay. Mhm. So by tomorrow's session, we can try to go for understanding that, having and joining concepts. Okay. If these two things are done, then you can try to explore your, practice on SQL. Then you will get to know some kind of knowledge. Okay, guys. Bye. Take care.
Okay, Anjan. Thank you.
Okay, Anjan. Okay.